And with that, breaking news coming in from the national capital, we have visuals coming in from Delhi's Jantar Mantar area. The protest site, which had been occupied over the last several days, is now being cleared. Workers can be seen removing barricades, as you can see, tents, banner and other material left behind. The clearance started after the Cockroach Janata Party called off the protest yesterday evening following the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. The area, we're learning, is now being restored to normal, and at this point in time, visuals coming in from Delhi's Jantar Mantar area. As you can see in the visuals, the protest site, which, remember, had been occupied over the last few days, is now being cleared. The workers there can be seen removing barricades, tents, banners and other material left behind by the CJP workers. Kritika is joining us live on the broadcast with more details. Kritika, we are learning that the clearance work is underway at Delhi's Jantar Mantar. Give us the ground update.
Right, Akansha. So after the protest was withdrawn by the Cockroach Janata Party upon not only just the resignation of former Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, but also the acceptance of the other key demands that the party and the youth had put in front of the centre, the leadership had announced the withdrawal of protests and had requested the protesters to return to their homes peacefully. The metro stations were also opened up. We first saw how Janpat metro station, the one right next to and the closest, in fact, to Jantar Mantar, was opened up, and later all the other metro stations followed suit. And the celebrations, however, did continue till late last night, but a lot of them, of course, started leaving in, and now we're also seeing clearance work happen as well. Now, even as this protest site gets cleared, remember there is still a lot of exuberation amongst the youth who was a part of this protest for them to, in fact, tender in, and they feel that this is their victory. The resignation that has come in from the cabinet, this is something that has not happened in the last 12 years as well, and the magnanimity of it is not lost on any of these protesters. So even as they left, they said that this has filled them with with a sense of new confidence. A lot of them were not even voters there, Akansha. Like, a lot of them were students of class 12th who had in fact come in there yesterday. Some of them also coming in there for the first time, and for them to see history in fact being created has really filled them with a lot of confidence and a sense of partnership in active democracy and participation in governance as well. So with the new Education Minister Prahlad Joshi now in fact assuming office, this is also interesting to see where this leads to next, because remember, the 5-point charter which has now been given over by the Cockroach Janata Party to the centre also details the complete dissolution of the NTA. Now, NTA, remember, recently we've spoken about how 47 employees of the NTA are being shunted out. They've already been terminated. This includes both the permanent as well as those employees who are on contract. And there are fresh recruitment drives now, which is calling for positions of general managers who will be hired on a contractual basis for the 4 years. So there are plans within the Education Ministry. Even as Mr. Prahlad Joshi has assumed office, he's also stated that he will remain committed to implement the national education policy, something again which a lot of students, a lot of protesters who were present at Jantar Mantar had in fact an issue with over the past over a month. 36 days of protest, 36 days of camping in at Jantar Mantar. So there are still challenges. However, currently the site is being cleared for perhaps another protest.
Absolutely, and the government has swung into action, as you also pointed out. The Education Minister has resigned, the Education Ministry Secretary has been shunted out, and 47 NTA employees, they have also been removed. So very important what you mentioned, that metro stations near Jantar Mantar are also open and workers are clearing the protest site there after the protest has now ended. Thank you so much, Kritika, for putting that into perspective. Even activist Sonam Wangchuk, who was on a hunger strike for close to a month, has called for reforms in the field of education after the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. Listen into what he said.
There has been accountability. Now it's time for reforms in the field of education so that we have a robust system that makes us a great nation.